Hey, 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 hey. Hello. Greetings, 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 greetings. Greetings, 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 greetings. Hope you're well, hope you're well, hope you're well. Hope you're well, hope you're well, hope you're well, hope you're well. Today, we're cranking it up and you're gonna be super fast on this. Super duper, super fast and aggressive, super fast and aggressive. But before we get into all that, before we get into all that, it's day 39 of the Song a Day Challenge. Day 39 of the Song a Day Challenge, and basically the goal is to release a song a day until December. We are on day 39. If you want to hear all my music, click the link in the description, and you can hear everything I've released so far. I released 7 songs every Friday, 7 songs every Friday. So this past Friday, I released a pack of music. Called The Crack Pack. Link in description. The song I made today will be out March 31. The song I made today will be out March 31. The song I made today is called The Fuck Dog. Another announcement before we get into the music. 1,000 subscribers very soon. So I'm doing a subscribers to ASMR video. In my description is an email address. Send to that email address a 1 to 3 minute video of you doing ASMR, and you can be part of the subscribers to ASMR video. You can be part of the subscribers to ASMR video. So send to that email address in my description a 1 to 3 minute video of you doing ASMR. Okay. And join our Discord too. We got a Discord. You can chat, play games. It'll be a vibe. Okay. Let us see. The song's called The Fuck Dog. Yeah. Way. If I give a fuck, she got a butt. Don't pay attention to these niggas, their time is up. Eagle eyes, prudent guys, for they pre me. They try put me in a box, I'ma be on TV. Yeah. Big Sahara, I'm hot as fuck, getting hotter. Big Papa, I need me a role mama. Keep me busy when I'm not spanking rap toddlers. Do a show, then go missing like I'm Jim Hopper. Whoa, someone tell this nigga slow his roll. Whoa, what a joke. We are not the same, nothing close. Yo, what the fuck, dog? Yo, what the fuck, dog? Big diamond on a hand, I'm a man, stay shining. Hot damn, we on brand, no time for chit chat. I need cash, I'm fast. Big bag, get snatched, no homo. Fuck niggas, they all hoes, no promo, no photos. I'm still blow, I'm prone. Aim scope, breathe slow, unload. Big smoke, he's ghost. Whoa, someone tell this nigga slow his roll. Whoa, what a joke. We are not the same, nothing close. Yo, what the fuck, dog? Yo, what the fuck, dog? What the fuck, dog? What the fuck, dog? It is hot as hell. Let me open the window. Bing, 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 bing. Dee, 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 dee. Oh, there's some thunder for you. If you wanted to hear some thunder. Whoa. So yesterday I wrote an essay about power structures, about political power structures. I just wrote it just because I felt like writing one, and it was pretty insightful, if you ask me. Oh. So basically, I'll walk around. Basically, I was just talking about how in the book of Exodus, in the Bible, Exodus. The brief summary, if you haven't heard the story before, if you haven't read the story, basically there's this guy Moses, who was an Israelite. He was an Israelite, but he got cast out of Egypt. He was an Israelite in Egypt and got cast out of Egypt for specific reasons. And while he was cast out, the Israelites for a while had been enslaved in Egypt. They were slaves and they were being mistreated. And basically Moses got kicked out because he killed one of the Egyptian guards who was whipping an Israelite. So he killed that guy and then fled, basically. So now the Israelites are still being persecuted. They're still being enslaved, and they cry out in all their anguish to God, and he sends Moses to go get them. And then Moses is like, well, how am I going to get them? Like, they're slaves, and Egypt is an empire, and how am I going to free them? God makes a plan, and things one thing leads to another. It's crazy. Crazy things happen. Moses manages to get the people out. Pharaoh dies in the process. Read the story to find out exactly what happens there. Oh, mosquito. But basically, now Moses has thousands and thousands of Israelites with him, and they're in the desert. They fled Egypt, and now they're in the desert. They're in the desert. They're in the desert. They're in the desert, right? And the Israelites are like, yo, it's hot here. There's no food. Where are we going? Da 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 da. They're just grumbling and complaining, and there is a destination they're heading towards where they'll be safe, and it's a land that God has secured for them, right? But it's going to take a while to get there, and they need to just move. But they're complaining and causing issues and all this stuff. So okay, Moses essentially takes charge of the situation, and then he becomes judge over them, and helps them create some sort of order out of the chaos they find themselves in, right? And he starts handling all their disputes and grievances, and just starts managing them. This mosquito. Let me try spray it. Because, you know, like, ASMR video. He becomes a judge over these people while they're in the desert, and they form a little society there, basically. And they're living in the desert now. One day Moses is, oh, there it is again. Damn mosquito. So Moses is doing this, he's their judge. And they bring whatever disputes they have over to him. Then one day, Moses' father-in-law, Jethro, he's like, Moses, dog, like, what are you doing? This task that you've taken on is too big for you. And it's too heavy of a burden, and no one can handle this. These are thousands of people, and it's just you doing this job. You're doing yourself a disservice, and you're doing them a disservice. So he says, find people, good people, God-fearing men, who are honest and do the right things, and delegate some responsibility to them. Split up the responsibility. Dispense it not only over thousands, but over these men should not only be in charge of thousands, but of hundreds, 50s, and 10s. So basically what he's saying is you're going to have men who are in charge of thousands, you're going to have men who are in charge of, and then within those thousands, you're going to have men who are in charge of hundreds, within those hundreds, men who are in charge of 50s, within those 50s, men who are in charge of 10s. So basically, what you see here is the breaking down of power. Think of it like a pyramid, where it's layered, and within each layer, you have various people managing the various dynamics within that layer. As opposed to having just one person at the top, or maybe just a few people at the top, which is what we kind of do these days, right? Like if you look at political structures these days, political systems, you have a fair amount of officials, like in any given country, your cabinet of ministers. You got your president, vice president, you got your mayors, you got your governors, you got these. So it's still a lot of people, but the issue is when you're talking about millions of people, and these are maybe hundreds, it's still not enough. The structure proposed in the book of Exodus was one where even down to your local community, you still have leaders appointed there, where the idea is people take responsibility for themselves. They take responsibility for themselves in their own lives. And the government's role in their lives is minimal. You shouldn't know who the president is. You shouldn't care because you're handling your own business. And as far as you can, as much as you can, and then anything you can't handle, that's when you defer that responsibility to those at a higher level. So, for example, within your community, you can have your own police, you can have your own doctors, you can have your own firefighters, teachers, etc. This doesn't have to be stuff provided to you by the government. But it's all about organizing well enough. And you know, maybe initially there can be help to help people, to equip people to be able to do that. But after a while, people should be able to move on their own without your assistance as the government. Because that's ideal, right? And that's how you avoid tyranny. Because now when people are managing themselves in their own communities and their own homes and whatever the case may be, even their own streets, when people are managing themselves and handling their own service delivery and all those different things, it reduces the chance of any sort of corruption or tyranny. Because now you don't have a say in their affairs. You can't come to them and be like, do this, do that. It's not your job to do that. That's them. And intervention is only required when it's absolutely necessary. I think that's the best possible model for a future where we're free from corruption, we're free from corrupt government officials, from tyrants. Because even the best countries have corruption. They have people stealing money, people looking the other way when wrongdoing is being done. So by decentralizing power and distributing it and giving everyone some form of power, we all get to be people that every single one of us can contribute to the future. Every single one of us can have a say in how the country, how a city, how a community is run, as opposed to having power amongst a very small group of people. Not ideal. And it's dangerous because power corrupts, man. Power corrupts. You see this all the time. You give someone too much power, it gets to their heads. They lose it a little bit and start thinking that they're more than they actually are. So by dispensing power amongst an entire population and being like, take responsibility for your own lives, handle your own shit, and then we'll step in only when it's necessary. And we will equip those who are unequipped. But after a while, if we're teaching you how to fish, you must start to fish by yourself after a while. Essentially, you know? Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish and you'll eat for a lifetime or something like that. You eat for the rest of his life. That's how it works. So yeah, we need to empower people to take care of themselves, handle their own business, handle their own communities, handle their own cities, and so on and so forth. Then we don't need the government that much. I'm not saying get rid of the government. I'm just saying, because that's just anarchy. I'm not saying get rid of the government. I'm just saying minimize their role as much as possible. Okay. Hope you enjoyed the video. It was supposed to be ultra fast and aggressive. I don't know if it was actually that. The beginning was that, but I eventually started rambling about government and political structures. All that stuff. There's still relaxing and tingly and all those things. I don't know. Is this even ASMR at this point? Okay. Prayer. I always have to pray. I always have to pray for you before the end of the video. Before the end of the video, I like to pray for you. Just because it's nice. If you don't believe in prayer, don't worry. Don't worry. No stress. Think of it as positive affirmations. Positive words being sprinkled on you. Okay? Okay. Let's get into it. Dear Father God, I thank you for the individual watching this video. I thank you for the individual watching this video. I thank you that you're blessing them and taking care of them, that you're showering them with your love and your light, that you love them and follow their steps wherever they go, and you're blessing them with good health and long life, Lord God, happiness, peace, Lord God. I thank you for the easing of any anxiety. I thank you for the introduction of peace, Lord God, over their lives. I thank you for blessing their family, their friends, their community, Lord God. I thank you that any endeavor they partake in, any endeavor they embark on, is successful. I thank you for blessing them with endurance. I thank you for blessing them with endurance and perseverance. Lord God, I thank you for blessing them with patience. That their lives are shaping out to be wonderful. That you're turning them into the best possible person they could ever be. I thank you, Lord God. I thank you that you are watching over this individual, Lord God. You are watching over them and making sure that the work you started in them is completed, Lord God. That they are a complete being, a happy being, Lord God. I thank you, Lord God, that you help us work towards your ideal. And even though we may never reach that ideal, even though we may never become perfect, you give us a chance every day to work, to walk towards that ideal, Lord God. So I thank you. Bless this individual, Lord God. Bless them beyond measure. In your mighty name I pray. In Jesus' name I pray. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.